I've never done good things. I've never done bad things.
When I was like just figuring out that I could buy vinyl in the used, like in the Salvation Army, and I tell the story a lot about like getting Axis Bold as Love because of the cover, and it was of course Diamond Dogs. So like I remember looking at it and thinking it was like so like pornographic, like so sexual, like him as a dog, like in an alley, and I thought, oh, my mom's not gonna let me buy this, but she was cool in certain ways. She was like, I bought it with my own quarter, 25 cents. So that is when I first became aware, and then I kept buying. Well, I quickly found my people that were obsessed with music, so we all got really into it. I mean, we were actually quite confused by him because he had so many different parts of his career that none of us could really figure out who he was at the time. I don't think we got that, like, because like Zapp stayed the same pretty much, and we would just see him in all these different incarnations on the records, only on the records, and couldn't really figure it out. It was only till later that I started to understand the trajectory of his career. Yeah. Well, my gut reaction would be Young Americans, because I love it when anyone does soul music well, especially when they've done other stuff and then they just get really into making soul music. But I mean, that being a cruel question, I also really love Station to Station. I really love everything in that period, the Young Americans, and then the records after that. Well, no. I was in the same hallway in a rehearsal studio once with him, and he is one of my favorite artists, and I really did just like, kind of my breath got taken away. I don't think I would have talked to him anyway, but I couldn't talk, so it was sort of chosen for me. But I was near him. Yeah, I don't really do memorabilia. I mean, I got a lot of like old magazines from the 80s and stuff, but I haven't looked at them since the 80s, so I have no idea. I bet there's stuff in there. Yeah. Well, it's not about him, but it's about me. Whenever that, Blue Jean came out, that's when I was like an early teenager, or like maybe when I was 12 or something. It was just at the very end of when you could still do Halloween. And I don't know if you remember, but he did he had this incredible makeup job where it looked like his face was in shadow. Like it was like a flat makeup job, but it was like as if there was shadows on his face. And I just spent like 4 hours trying to replicate that professional, like over the top makeup job so I could be that incarnation of Bowie for that last Halloween where you go trick or treating, you go around. I mean, no one would have had any idea who I was, but I did. I was in rehearsal, and I'm still in a period of denial. I really don't acknowledge yet that he's gone. It's not, I haven't really even like allowed myself to really listen to Black Star. I haven't done it yet. The thing is that I knew from people that were close to him that he was really, not doing well. So it wasn't a surprise when I heard, but it was also not something I could digest at all. So for me, he's still alive. Sweet Thing is just one of those songs that is so anthemic, but in a very unique way. Also, I love the lyrics. I mean, I read about it after I started sort of researching the song. I read about his whole technique of like cut and paste lyrics, and the lyrics were so out there, and I just thought, I felt like it was like a Nina Simone song or something, like just massive and anthemic in a way that I didn't recognize as typically Bowie. I mean, it also has that whole part on the second side of the record where it comes back, or maybe that's in 2 records, I don't remember, where it comes back and he does that whole rant over it. I mean, it's so theatrical and so just beautiful. The melody's so beautiful.